Hey, welcome to Jack's Treasures, where we're always looking for the meow factor. I'm Brian.
I'm Tracy.
And we are starting to go through our mess of a unit. We have found some stuff already that is pretty good.
Right now, mainly we are tossing trash today, but I started a video because I already found something that I wanted to show you. I opened this box here that's kitchen stuff, and I immediately found an old Pyrex dish. The bright blue pattern, it's basically pristine. There's no chips or cracks or fading or whatever. I mean, that's gorgeous right there. I don't know that pattern off the top of my head, so I'll have to do a little bit of research on it. And there's other stuff in that box. I'll be taking that box home at some point and just going through it. But love that Pyrex bowl. Beautiful, beautiful. As you can see, we've got can after can lined up here. We're tossing, food, junk, trash, and just trying to get down to where we have the better stuff to take and process. That's what we're doing. I will try to come back and show you when I see something that's super cool, like that Pyrex dish. Yeah, this is a Game of India, which I believe is Parcheesi. Probably like a kids version of Parcheesi. Super cool. I mean, everything in here is just old. It's dirty, but there's so much cool in here. Everything.
There's a lot of cool in here, but there's a lot of garbage.
And there's a lot of gross. A lot of work.
This is what we do.
We're working. But I'll be back. I'll let you know if I see anything else that I want to highlight. We'll see you later.
Got some jewelry jars down there.
Oh yeah, those are jars we use to fill up with jewelry after we wash them, of course.
And a big thing of classic Ovaltine.
Yay.
Why us?
All right, see you in a bit. Definitely found a family portrait. I don't know. Guess this is an old-timey photo. Would you say is this a photo? That's not a painting or a photo? Photo. Really, really old. That's amazingly cool. Framed, old frame. I mean, the frame's not near as old as the photo. The frame's probably from like the 70s, but the photo's just amazingly old. Also back here, you can see a couple of handmade quilts. Look like they're from probably the 60s based on the
bunch of
design.
Like 1980s, 1970s
dishware.
Dishware. This says from the Crystal Shop. Oh, this is beautiful. It's a picture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where
that's going in the booth. That's what we're getting. We're getting a lot of booth stuff,
which we need.
What we wanted.
But we're still in here working our way. Like I said,
look at the truck already.
Yep, truck's already getting full of trash, and this is the first unit of 3.
Well, we're gonna have
Corningware. Look at that Corningware in the box, vintage Corningware. That's like a classic design. I should totally know the name of that pattern, but I don't.
Oh yeah, the vegetables.
Yeah, but that's awesome, fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Look at this. That's a homemade dress from probably the 60s or 70s.
Did you want to throw these clothes to Goodwill? Or
no, they've got awful staining and holes. They've been eaten. We
try to always not throw stuff away and try to not fill.
This one was the only one I thought could be salvaged. It is homemade. It does actually have some staining on it, but it was beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm gonna try to stain treat it and throw it up on eBay for somebody to do something with.
Bug in it.
Oh, that's cool.
Alive.
Wow.
Great
that's
bug
cool.
bombs that we bought the other day.
But anyhow, we're still working, and we'll be back later. See ya. Okay, we're actually working in the other 2 units now. We got out all the food and the obvious trash up front, so we're trying to do that in the other ones. I peeked in a box here, and this entire box is full of something called Let me see here. Song Parade and Song Hits magazines. They look like they're from the 40s. I'm not really sure what those are worth, but generally any magazines you have in any quantity, especially that old, are going to be some sort of value. But these are just super cool. I mean, I love these. These are awesome. But that entire big box there looks like they're full of those old 1940s song magazines. But I'm working over here. This one seems to be a lot more gardening, crafts, things like that. But I love it. This one over here, Brian found this really old gas can. Love that. I'm not sure if I showed that in the video yesterday. I know my mom has this exact picture somewhere in her house. And I've got that cool corner piece right there. But that's just what we're working on.
I also found a picture of Jack.
Yes, we found
Even with one
Jack's
eye.
twin. Yeah, Jack's. Oh my gosh, that's super cute.
I just kept that so you can cut out the pictures. I need something to break a lock with, and I don't.
Yeah, he's having to break one of the locks. He put a lock on one of these units that we don't have the key for, so.
And when I did it, I knew I didn't have the key for it. Oh, there's a sledgehammer.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll be back in a little bit. Okay, we uncovered this white cabinet thing. It's not a little chest like I originally thought. It's a cabinet, and it's locked. So we are going to have to bust the lock on this. I'm not sure when and where we will do that, but I assure you it will be videoed. Super exciting. I will ask here, shout out to my mom, would you like to see that live? Or
if you do, make it
if
leave
you do,
a comment.
leave a comment below, and we'll make sure we do that live for you and on video for everyone else. But as you can see, we're still working our way through. Another cool piece of like amber colored glassware there. We found some of the coolest old books. And when I'm talking old books, I'm talking probably 1800s children's books. Very, very cool. Actually, in surprisingly good condition considering.
Shirley Temple.
Oh, those were not 1800s. Those are obviously were early 1900s. But just tons of cool stuff. But trash getting full here. This is an old particle board desk that's missing drawers and things. It's going to get dumped in here in the trash. But we're hopefully going to be wrapping up here soon with our trash run and calling it a day, and then coming back tomorrow with a U-Haul and bringing everything else back that we can work on to process at more of a leisurely pace, because this is hot and sweaty work. But anyhow, I'll be back to wrap this up in a little bit. See ya. Go.
Hey, welcome back. We're in the truck. We're on our way. I'm heading towards the dump. As a matter of fact, I got the load all strapped in. I'm probably going to have at least one more dump run, but I'm not going to be taking it from there. We're going to be renting a truck tomorrow. I'm going to get a bunch of tubs. So one of the things that I noticed when I was going through it is the boxes were in such bad shape that the boxes were literally falling apart, and I can't load them into a truck.
And that's just from age. They're just deteriorating.
Yeah, I would pick up a box and it deteriorates in my hand. There is a lot of paperwork in this unit that we didn't anticipate, but I'm not worried about it. Tracy went through when I was strapping down the load, and she found a brand new sealed 50 years of Disney soundtracks record album, and I'm pretty sure that's not going to be too old, or not too young. I think it's going to be an old record. Plus, she found some other ones and stuff. And so that she showed you earlier, that really cool ephemera from the 40s and the 30s and everything, and that just looks super cool.
Did find an Elvis record. It wasn't new, but it was in really good shape, so that was kind of cool.
And Elvis records do sell, especially original presses and things like that. With records, one of the things that you want to look for is a barcode. Generally, if it's an old record but it has a barcode, that means it's a remake, and that's not going to have a lot of value unless it's brand new and sealed. Then it's going to have the value, but that's just going to have the new resale value, not the resale value that we're looking for, which is that, you know, $30, $40, $50, $100 mark, which I did list a couple of records for that over the week and stuff. But you look for that barcode. You see a barcode, you know it's a remake. If it's not, then you got to look for the record number on there, because they have different, you know, record numbers. And then you look. I look it up on Discog, and Discog helps me out by telling me what year it came out and whether or not it was an import. And I can also get a good idea of the value by looking at Discog too. So, like I said, we definitely worked our tinies off today. Okay, it is 4 o'clock. I gotta go to the dump. The dump closes at 4:30, so I'm heading right over there. I'm gonna drop Tracy off so she can do some work around the house. She wanted to do some cooking, because as you can see, I like to eat, but I am losing weight, and I got glasses, so I'm trying to get used to the glasses and everything. And it got hot today. It is 88 degrees outside, and it got hot. And digging through the trash in that unit is the hard part, but once we get past the trash, we get into the treasures. There's going to be a million of them. I mean, I let off a bug bomb on the units yesterday. I let off a bug bomb on the units today. I left, and when we closed the units up today, I let off another bug bomb, because I was like, this is just unbelievable. And when we were out there to the 2 units that were side by side of each other, what did we count? Like 20 dead cockroaches on the outside of the unit where they tried to get out, and died out there. So, you know, you got to be careful with units that you get. If you get a unit that's it's an outdoor unit and it's been out there for a long time, light a bug bomb on it before you bring it into your house.
Especially if you have a hoarder that likes to store sugar and oatmeal and Snickers bars. All of which we found today.
We found all of that. We found 4 cases of a flavoring mix used, I'm thinking, for either ice cream, homemade ice cream,
or teas
or something like that. But 4 full cases of that stuff, and rats got into probably 10% of it. And stuff. So,
but it's
gross, and it's all going to the dump.
Please don't store food. That's your community service message for the day. Don't store food.
You think about it this way: if you store food, you want to eat it later. Would you, after you put it into a storage unit and you have no idea what's been around it or on it or in it or anything like that? Or if people like me light off a bug bomb in the unit right next to yours, I would never do it in a million years. Would I store food? You know, it's crazy to me. But people do stupid things, and this is not the worst unit for food that we've ever found. Still, the worst one we ever found was one of those. The ground beef was definitely one. That was the refrigerated ground beef in the package. Why you store that, I have no earthly idea.
And the roast beef sandwich.
And the roast beef sandwich that you get at like a gas station or something like that, in the little triangle box.
Beef is never something to store. Just don't do it.
Yeah, please.
Don't store beef.
Please don't. I tell you what, store your gold. Store that. Store gold.
Gold is better than beef.
The gold is definitely better than beef. Again, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Tracy and I are going to be taking our show on the road pretty soon. We're actually going to be going to Huntsville in November. Yep. So all of our Huntsville peeps out there, you know, let us know about some great places to go to, some nice treasure hunting spots. We're going to go see a Foreigner in concert. Yep. And we're going to, you know, spend maybe a couple of days up there. And I know that Tracy watches a couple of people on Huntsville.
I do watch some Huntsville pickers and things like that, so I can probably at least kind of get some insight if I watch real hard.
Yeah, just go ahead and make a comment on there saying, hey, we got our page, we're Jack's Treasures, we're going to be heading out there, would love to, get some good inside information. I don't mind competition. Competition doesn't bother me. I think it's a really good, healthy thing in any line of business. And if anybody ever asks me for advice, which few people do, if you have, I had the one guy who followed me around at the
I do remember that. That was funny.
He
was your little buddy.
He was my little buddy. I liked him. He was a funny guy. But if they ask me, I'm going to give them good advice. I'm not going to sit there and tell them bad advice. So, what comes around to me, karma comes around. It's those people that don't do right. But I try to do right by my friends and people that I meet. So make sure you like, subscribe, share, and have a great rest of your week. And I'm sure that Tracy's going to post more videos tomorrow.
Oh,
We're going to
yeah.
get back into posting videos. We had to hard work on getting our booth up.
And it was hard to video while we were working on that. It's a little bit easier to video while we're doing units. But.
Yeah, and not only that, but our booth, we went from 4 booths to basically 16 booths in the whole back, and we've shown that, Tracy's shown that, and we went from what we were paying to rent to 3 times what we're paying rent. And today is the 11th, and we're pretty close to paying the rent already.
Which is very good.
And we're having a huge meet and greet. You guys are going to be able to get to meet Jack. We're going to bring Jack up to the booth, let people meet Jack. Bring her a taco. She loves tacos. Don't bring me one. I'm trying to lose weight. But yeah, she loves tacos without lettuce. Sort of like Caitlin. Shout out to Caitlin. But have a great rest of your week.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.